Day two, Karen Reed, and wow, is this just spicing right along, right? We got Kerry Roberts back up there on the stand, and of course, I don't know. I'm starting to miss fucking Lallygag, y'all. I don't know about you guys if you watched last trial, but why the hell is Hank Brennan worse to listen to than freaking Lally? Now, we've had plenty of sidebars, plenty of breaks now. We're on lunch. I feel like it's just like every 5 minutes there's some sort of fucking break. But either way, she's doing exactly what we are already assuming happened because we all knew that she was in the same vicinity the whole time with Jen McCabe as everything was being explained. So they got to talk about it in group form. And this came back to haunt them as we knew it would. I cannot wait for the rest of this trial because honestly, people forgetting what they said first go round. So she literally on the stand got called out for perjury. So you lied. First trial. You didn't this time though, you're right. Like, which one do you remember? Like, this is day two of them tearing in. And these guys are the small little guys. These are the blips, all right? These aren't even the ones I've got so much overwhelming amounts of information and data on. I just can't. I can't even imagine how it's going to go when we get the big hitters on the stand. But we argue a lot about this fucking tail light, okay? Because everybody's cracked. It was a piece missing. She stated there was a piece missing yesterday when the prosecution was talking to her. A piece, okay? It turned into shattered, remember? When Michael Proctor had it and they found all the taillight pieces, it looked like this, shattered. She was saying she was very certain that when she looked at it from behind, that was cracked and there was a little piece missing. It was kind of protruding. She thought that maybe it might hurt somebody. So that's why she notated, because someone could get caught on it, their clothing, you know? So way to reiterate the fact that it wasn't shattered like we see it here. That's great news to hear because we kind of already assumed that, right? When 42 minutes of the video footage was missing in that Sally port, and then this happened right after. So you're lining us up good. Thank you for that because wow, man. I cannot wait for Michael Proctor to be on the stand. We got to hear about this one, buddy, old boy. But she was tore up, okay? I mean, I'm not going to say that she's not a friend of John. I do believe she actually does care about John, and she's been helping out and going and helping his parents, but she's also become BFFs with Jen McCabe. Which, whatever. Say they had a traumatic experience together and now they're besties. Whatever you want to say. But I found it's really weird that she is testifying today and Jen McCabe called her this morning. Jen McCabe called her last week. I want to know, like, how often has Jen been keeping in contact with you since this past last year? Because that would determine, like, did she just wait until the trial crept up and then just said, hey, got a message carrier? Have they been, like, besties ever since, hanging out, conversating weekly, daily, whatever? Now, she got feisty on the stand, like, that's not what I said, Mr. Jackson. Like, oh my God, girl, why are you getting mad at your own words? You're getting mad at what you said. Maybe you should remember or make sure you look at that documentation prior to coming up here and then saying something totally opposite of what happened. Because remember, we have 3 different instances where you have documented and reported. So, yes, girl, it's going to come back around. I want to play this clip for you. I want to know what you guys think in the comments section. Listen to it and then leave some messages because I want to have a conversation about this shit right here. We still got Peggy Okeefe, which is John O'Keefe's mom, to hit the stand. And they were kind of arguing about Buchanan being out there. We'll see what happens. But besides a billion breaks and ceiling fan and sidebars. She loves to go to the sidebar, Auntie Bev. That's her favorite place to be.
What you told the grand jurors was not true. You never heard her, my client, ask anyone to Google anything, did you?
I did not.
And yet, that's what you testified to under oath, under penalty of perjury, in front of the grand jury, didn't you?
I did.
And the reason you did that, the reason that you said that false statement, was because someone told you to say it, correct?
Object.
Is that, I'm going to let her answer that.
Nobody told me to say it. I knew it happened at that time.
How did you
which
know
is
it
why I
happened?
said it.
How did you know it happened, Miss Roberts, if no one told you it happened?
Because we wrote a timeline. We already spoke about that.
The timeline that Jennifer McCabe helped you with, that influenced your testimony in front of the grand jury, correct? Obviously.
I was telling what happened in the back of the cruiser.
The timeline
Can answer.
you wrote,
So when you ask a question, let her answer, okay?
the timeline you wrote, with Jennifer McCabe's help, influenced your testimony to testify in front of the grand jurors to a statement that you never heard, correct?
Yes.
You were later asked about that statement in another investigation. By another investigator or set of investigators. Correct?
I don't know.
Were you interviewed by a different law enforcement agency, a separate law enforcement agency from the Massachusetts State Police at any time?
Yes.
And you were told that to lie to those agents would be a crime, correct?
Yes.
Punishable by prison, correct?
I was not told that.
They asked you whether or not you heard Karen Reed ever say anything to Jennifer McCabe about Googling anything.
Shut up, I'm
correct?
making a video.
I don't know.
Isn't it true that you told them what you've just now told us, which is, I did not hear Karen Reed ask Jennifer McCabe to conduct any Google searches?
I don't recall.
Would it refresh your recollection to look at a copy of that interview and that report?
Sure.
I know where it is. Can I approach?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to take a look at the entire document just to familiarize yourself with it, if you don't mind. Go to the front page and don't answer anything about the document until I ask your question, if you don't mind, please.
Sure.
Thank you. Ms. Roberts, do you recognize that as being a report of an interview that you conducted?
I've never seen this before, but
Understood. You may never have seen it, but does it remind you that that's
Yes.
a report of a conversation you had with another law enforcement
Yes.
agency? I'm going to ask you to turn to page 7 of that report. And if you look, there's a small paragraph, about 2 paragraphs up from the bottom. I think I may have put a little blue dot by it, but I'm not sure. Please read that to yourself.
correct.
Done?
Yep.
Thank you. May I approach?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Roberts. Ms. Roberts, does that refresh your recollection about what you told these investigators?
Yes.
And what you told them was you, quote, did not hear Karen Reed ask Jennifer McCabe to conduct any Google
That
search.
is correct.
And you went on to say you saw McCabe on her phone.
I'll allow it.
You saw McCabe on her phone, but you did not hear Karen ask Jennifer to Google anything.
Correct.
So what you told the grand jurors was in fact